Good evening. All right, I'm going to go over Tradovate. This is a pretty simple strategy that I use. Uh, First, I'll just start by saying that I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm just showing you what I do. All right, we need to add a module, so we're going to add a chart, and we're just going to pull it and drop it just like that. Now we have a new chart here. If you have other things that pop open, and when you first start Tradovate, like the very first time, I think you've got like some DOMs and different things that are on there. Just go ahead and use your little close button and close out everything so that you're starting with a fresh screen. And then I'll show you again how to add modules. You just go over here, hit that plus button, and then you're just going to grab, click, and drag, and just drop your chart here. Once you have the chart, we are going to go to the ESE, and you just type in ES up here, and then you'll select the ESZ, and this is going to bring up the S&P 500 mini. What the mini means is that when you're trading futures, each tick is going to be worth $12.50. Don't let that confuse you. We're going to use some new terminology you're probably not familiar with, never heard before. I like ticks, tick sizes, and don't let that throw you. All right, so right now we're displaying the S&P 500 mini, the ES, in in bars, and we're going to change that to candlesticks. That's the first thing. Candlesticks just tell you a whole lot more about what's going on in the market. And you can use a 15-minute chart, 5-minute chart. We'll go ahead and go with the 5-minute chart. And you can see the market is kind of trending up, right? It's not difficult to read a chart. Market kind of wasn't sure which way it was going to go, maybe up or down. There's some volatility here, but if you look, it's moving up. All right. So the first thing that I want to show you is the indicator that I use. Come over here to Community Indicators, click on that, and then this is going to pop up. And what we want is we want an overnight high and an overnight low. So I just search for overnight, and you get here, you get the EMON overnight high and low. This is a great indicator, and you're just going to come down here and you're going to click the install button. Right, it's giving me an uninstall option because I already have it installed, but you're going to go ahead and install it there. Once you've installed it, then you're going to come over here to indicators, and there's your EMON overnight high and low under the EMON Senpai tools. So you want your overnight high and low on. You select that, and we'll just leave the defaults. Select save, and now it's going to show you your overnight high and low. All right, so if we look back to the overnight high and low throughout the day. All right, so the overnight high and low is everything that trades between 4 o'clock in the afternoon until market open at 0930 the next day. And I'm talking East Coast times, right? So over the night, let's go back to overnight time, right? So this is kind of overnight. The market didn't really do anything until about 11:30 p.m. Okay, and then you have your Asia trading session that happens, and you see that it really pushed the overnight high up. Oh, right to about 9:30, and you've got your London session, right, which opens. So by 9:30, you're going to have an overnight high, and you're going to have an overnight low. So all you're going to do is when you get ready to trade, and I only trade at 9:35, by the way. I can't do that this week because of my schedule, so I have to trade before I go into work. So I've been entering my trade earlier than usual. But best, the best that this works is putting this trade in right at 9:35. So when you come in 9:35, you see, okay, this is where our overnight high is, this is where our low is. So you're just going to click one time here, and then it'll give you the option to either buy or sell. Now I always buy at the overnight high, right? And then you come down here to the overnight low, and you can short sell the market, because if it comes down this low, the market's in a bad way and it's going to keep pushing lower. And we can still make money when the market loses value by selling, right? So you're going to short sell the market if that happens. All right, this is your automatic trading module, or automatic trading module, the ATM. All right, let me show you how to set that up. Click this little button next to the ATM, this little settings button, and then you can come in here and you can name this whatever you want. We're just going to name this day trade, right? Call that, it doesn't matter what you name it, right? And then you're going to do a take profit. Now you want your take profit to be about 8, that's $200, and you want your stop loss to be more than about 2 to 3 times, to give yourself some plenty of wiggle room. So we're going to put that at 20. We're going to use 8 and 20, and stop loss type, we're just going to do a stop. All right, and then save that. All right, and now we're going to use our day trade that we just made. We just made that ATM. So now when we go in, and we hit our buy, it's going to enter in a trade for us, and if it makes it up here, it's going to give us, we're going to take profit, right? We'll make money if it comes up here. It has to go all the way down here before we lose money. So chances are, even if it's moving back and forth, that it's going to hit this before it hits this. You'll make money most of the time, right? Because if it's coming up and it's hitting this, this overnight high, it's going to probably continue higher, at least another 8 ticks or so. All right, and it may pull back a little bit, but it's probably not going to pull back 20 ticks. So that just gives you some good wiggle room, and you're more than likely to take profit. And then come down here, and we're going to hit the sell button, because we're going to short sell the market. If the market comes screaming all the way down here and it hits this overnight low, then we're going to short sell the market. And if it comes this low, chances are it's going to go at least another 8 ticks lower, right? So we'll take profit if it drops down low. If it comes all the way back up here before it hits that, then we'll lose money. But 4 out of 5 times, probably 9 out of 10 times, like 90% of the time, this is going to work and you're going to take profit. All right, that's all I got. Let me know what your questions are, guys.